Good morning to this meditation. Today I will lead you through a body awareness meditation concerning our joints. During this time, you will be your own translator of the instructions into your own activity. Take this as a nourishing time for yourself and your body. The words you hear, the images you form, the activity you follow, be accompanied by your active consciousness. The aim is awareness and readiness for the day through relaxation. Just to say, there is no wrong way, there is no judgment. Nobody could do it better than you right now. So it is you who it is important. Working with your body and your mind activity is a valuable experience to either start or end the day. Right now, please sit upright, or maybe you have decided to lie down with ample space to move your limbs, to decide what is possible for you and also to feel what your body wants. When you close your eyes through this time, you might be more in tune with your body than if focused on a spot in the room. But again, feel free to choose. Now, I invite you into your presence. Breathe gently in and out. Notice your soft breath coming and going. All the subtle bodily movement that is enhanced through the breath, the movement of your rib cage, the pulsation of the blood in your veins and arteries. All is working so well. Now connect with your consciousness to all surfaces of your body that touches any other surface. When you have the feet on the ground, feel that connection, your thighs, your pelvis bottom area, the back of your trunk, the arms, the hands, maybe the head. Feel these planes of surface of your body in touch with your surroundings, connecting. With every breath, you connect even more. Feel the different temperatures, the hardness or softness of surfaces. Each body part has a different body weight. With that, you impress yourself onto the ground, the surfaces. Sink into it and relax. Now I invite you to wriggle the toes of your right foot, stretching and bending in all possible positions. Gently moving your ankle and find out what position and what movement is possible. Do all movements in a sort of slow motion so that you can notice with an awareness what is happening. You have so many joints in the toes. Try to imagine them, try to feel them, and see what kind of movement is needed to notice all of them. How do these joints work? You can move your foot in the air and keep wriggling toes, contracting and expanding, including your ankle now consciously. Find out which movement does this joint allow and keep moving, breathing, and at the same time connecting to all surfaces that you touch, that your body touches in your awareness. A sort of multitasking. We easily can manage to do one thing and pay attention to the other two. And rest for a moment and notice how this activity is continuing as a sort renewed energy in your foot. Even it's quiet now. keep breathing gently and calmly. And while you notice the one is resting, you can then start with the other foot. Start again wiggling with your toes, stretching, expanding, contracting in all different directions, including your ankle. Really wondering, what do the bones look like, the joints look like when they move, when they connect, the surfaces of these joints when they meet each other. Really working it through as gentle as you can. If you feel somewhere pain, just notice that. But the core is that to be gentle to yourself. And then keep for a moment the foot quiet. And in my feet, it's always this pulsation. I feel the energy after I've done a movement, and I keep quiet, and I really notice the activity that comes after the movement. Now we want to pay attention to our knees. We try out which movements are possible. When we're sitting, it's easier to work with the one and then with the other. When you are on the floor, you can move both at the same time. It's always up to you to do the one activity and the other activity. You can stretch your whole leg to the side, to the front, up and down. When you're lying, you can move on your belly and turn around and see what is possible then. Then include the other leg, the other knee, and find your way to work with that in order to investigate the movement range of your knee while you're sitting or lying down. You can do this in your own time, but I have to talk now on. And as soon as you notice going through the joints of your body, it's a wonderful exercise to do it in the morning, still in bed, or on a mattress, or in the evening to let go of the day. So again, now rest for a moment and notice the waves of energy flowing through your body. This increases the oxygen flow, and that will bring only health to you. Next area we want to pay attention to is our hip area, where we have this amazing joint that we use so much while we are sitting, probably for too long every day. Now let's find movements and stretches that moves it in all different directions. If you need to stand up, check your stability. Take hold of a chair if you need. On the floor, you can now roll around and flex and stretch and notice the possibilities here. In the back lying position, you can put the sole of the feet onto the floor and then let go of the knees to the side and repeat this movement, putting together and letting go again. In sitting, you bring the knee with an awareness from the hips to your chest. Try out as much as you can. Again, be gentle to yourself. There's so much more movement possible in all our joints and we are consciously aware of it. And again, after this movement and trying out and finding rest for a moment, and feel the sort of after wave of all these movements in your body flowing through. Breathe, and with every breath you let go where there might be tension or something that is not so pleasant in a joint, you can let go with the breathing out movement. We now want to pay attention to our fingers and hands. Remember, we started the 3 days body meditation with our hands while rubbing an imaginary ointment into it and noticing the surfaces. Now we want to notice our joints in the fingers. Similarly to the toes, we wiggle and stretch and expand and then contract our fingers, the hand, the wrist movement in the air without touching anything. If yawning comes, let it happen. And notice that the jaw joint also, or the jaw joints that move too while we open our mouth. We increase now our investigation into the movement of our elbows. And it's interesting that the upper body is much easier to have it both arms, both hands together at the same time, while when we are sitting, we're slightly restricted to do it with both legs. So we are investigating now in the movement of our elbows and their capacity to move and stretch, expand and contract. Of course, the shoulders invite us immediately to also pay attention to them. So let's stay for a moment with the awareness to our elbows. And if you imagine you have little paint points on the elbows, and now you draw circles and figures of eights around you and in front of you and above you, then you have wonderful movements where the shoulder is already connected, but we pay our attention still to the elbow. And then we move with our consciousness to our shoulder capacity. And there's a huge range of movements possible. Notice the radius that is possible, for example, to wiggle your little toe and the capacity of your shoulder movement. What a difference. And then to be aware that everything in your body is working together. Keep going, keep moving. And all the big and small joints need the community of healthy joints in order to function well. And then you stretch and yawn. And you have noticed this big orchestra in your body of joints. And there's, of course, more, because we notice the spine with all the vertebrae and the endless little sort of joints that help with our uprightness and movability. So we go with our awareness to the bottom of the spine, the tailbone, and slowly we climb in our consciousness, and with different movement experiments to the top of the spine. And then we greet all our bony structure and notice the possible movements in it, the bending and twisting, the bowing and stretching backwards, bowing forwards, the turning to all sides, a wonder work of movability. And then have a rest and feel the invigorating feeling in your body while greeting and noticing your joints and their capacities of movement. And I hope that this awareness will go on through the day, and if you do these exercises more often, you will become you will perfect this almost, and find out much more about these joints and how they serve us. But at last but not least, I have one more offer for you. I invite you to smile to this rhythm that now is established in your body through this work, this pulsation, these vibrations, this enlivened energy that will help you through the day. So smile to yourself and let this smile wash through all your cells in the body, in each corner or roundness of your body reaches this warm, loving smile. Physically, you use the corner of your lips raised up, a real smiling position, and smile for your life. This is truly health giving power that you can give to yourself anytime. Keep going. Smile. I wish you a wonderful day and keep smiling.